Ćao puno ljudi, dobar dan, dobrodošli. Aj gurnamo malo nazad. Mi se glava ogromna. Dobrodošli na kanal Rene Sport. Geralt od Bežanije stiže. Prošli put smo stali ovdje kod ovog Danamebi Temple Ruinsa i pokušao sam nađem ključ, ali nisam uspeo. Samo sekundu, izvinjam se. Stižu nam porukice mice. Ćemo da probamo da zagasimo s tim, da se ne čuje. Evo ovako. Mislim da je vreme. Kad kažem mislim da je vreme, to znači da mislim da je vreme da... Ne, nije vreme. Pogledajte šta se ovdje još ima da se očisti. Čijemo ovaj deo da očistimo pre nego što odemo kod Ridžisa. I ovaj deo čak ovdje. Ovdje jedna stvarčica i ovo ovdje. Dobro. Ajde vidimo koliko će nam trebati. 1000 koraka. Realno treba će nam jedno minut i po da stignemo do tamo. Prati mač, nećemo se bijemo s vukovima. Neka ih, opet kažem, prirodna bića mogu da žive. Ajde, realno si mogao Roach da preskočiš ovo, ne znam šta ti je. Ovo mi se nije desilo do sada. Roach je nestao. Pa. Kako lepo i mirno kad smo pobili sva čudovišta ovdje. Samo mi fali kiša, tako izgleda. Ja se iskreno nadam da ću moći ovo da opet nema neka reka. Opa! Ima fast travel novi otkriveni. Svaka čast. Čili mi se sam vidio nešto, ali zapravo nisam vidio ništa. Čujem veprove. Da, ima ih. Nešto mi fali iz inventorija ovdje i ovdje. Moguće sam imao neke quest iteme koje sam već istrošio. Vrlo moguće. Ajde vidimo što se dešava ovdje. Dobro, ovdje sam bio sigurno. Mada mi ova voda uopšte ne deluje poznato. Čekaj. Ovo beše tamo gde sam čistio onom liku. Čistio sam Bati vinski podrum. Dobro, to je to mjesto sigurno. Ovdje sam našao onog njegovog neku poslugu, ljubavnika od njegove žene. Ja mislim da je to mjesto. Dobro, ništa od toga, nema nazad. Izvinjavam se ljudi. Ovdje ne može, molim. Aha, pardon. Izvinjavam se, džabe smo izgubili vreme što smo došli ovdje. Ali dobro, ne veze. Šta je ovdje? Da, sve već lutovano. Doviđenja, prijatno. Mislim, realno bi trebao da stoji da stoji nekako obeleženo da sam ovdje već bio, da znam da ne treba da dolazim ponovo. Ajmo Geki. Tako. Dobro, izgledam ću moći sad da izbjegnem. Samo me ostavi na miru, tako je.
What now, you piece of filth?
Što bi rekao Geralt, šta sad parče prljavštine? Bukvalno ostavite me na miru, brate, ne želim da se bijem s vama. Ovi su baš jaki, nije brda helta. Pa dođi već ako si me napao, aj nema bežiš. Iskreno, volio bi da ove tuče traju mnogo duže samo zbog muzike.
Something's not right.
Naravno da nije u redu, čim smo mi došli ovdje. Gdje ćete vam ovi? Druže, vadi mač pre.
Damn, you're ugly.
Ovaj bata se obesio. Slepeću, ono. Izvini, brate. Mislim... Oprošteno pismo. Lik je napisao u oproštenom pismu da je život savršen i perfektan i ubio se. Dobro, nema baš puno logike u tome što je uradio, ali dobro, šta sad? Gdje nam je sljedeći upitnik? Upitničić. Evo ga, ođe. Vidi ovo. Ovo izgleda kao da uopšte nisam posjetio ovo mjesto. Ovdje su drauneri, 1/1. Dobar dan. Čekaj, stvarno mi je armor pokvaren. Ovo mi se nije desilo do sad nikad, ja mislim. Znači da previše štete primam. Mora se malo potvrdim. Niste ja za sve. Samo sekund, koliko to ima? 49, a? Nešto mi luduje gore ovaj level. Ne znam šta se dešava. Ajmo ovako sve na 100 da otvoramo. Tako. Gdje je ta olupina? Što, gdje je olupina broda? Aha, evo je. Nema promašiš, molim te. Tako. A pa viri, brate. Ovdje ima dosta ovih čestova. Black armor daj. Ne znam da sam vidio crnu boju do sad. Bukvalno se osjećam kao da stvarno ronim. Znači mora se krivim ovde. Bi uspio bilo šta da uradim. Uzet ću sve, ne sam da rizikujem da... Čekaj, to i dalje nije taj chest. Pa da, naravno da nije. Taj chest bi bio crvene boje. Beži, Drowneru! E, pa sad si gotov, prikec. Aha. To je to. The Black Widow je gotovo. Ej, sad ako se ne varam, jedan upitnik je bio ovde, jel tako? Da bre, to je to. Mislim, morat ću da otplivam, jer brže ću stići tako nego da odem po brod i nazad. Malo je vruće. Prelepi predali. Aha, dole ima pećina. Top. Može se kroz tu pećinu zapravo ulazi. Neću ovo. Ovo je neko pobegao iz zatvora, a? Da li ima neki ključ? Ajmo dole. Na glavu Geralt skoči, šta ti je? Nikad nisam volao ronjenje u ovoj igrici. Au, mučenici, šta se vama desilo, a? Sve ću da vam uzem. Vama više ne treba svakako. Umrit ću, znaš. Beži, 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 beži. Stvarno do ovde sad treba da idem. Sad idem po brodu, ne zanima me. Zašto imam samo 2 Black Blooda? To sam tek sad primetio. Čekaj sekund. Tri, tako je. Zato što mislio sam da kad sačuvamo igru i kad se vratimo da nam on zapravo računa kao da su meditirali da nam vrati iteme, ali zapravo ne. Razočaravajuće. Da sam ja bio ovdje, ja ne mogu se setiti. Šta je sad s vama? Nemo mi kažete da iznajmljujete brodove. Ovo je zatvoreno, moguće ja nisam bio tu. Aj beži. Gdje se dešava šta? Tako bre, mnogo je brže. Pa još jedna pećina. Aha, to su te potonule ruine. Ruševine, kako god. Mora da je ovdje. Opa. A koliko imamo ovoga za boju, ovo je nerealno. Elven Whetstone. Ja se iskreno nadam da ovo nije sav loot. Evo ga. Ha! Ništa sve... Vrti se gore po vazduhu, bre, si normalan. Dobro. Jesmo sad blizu nekog upitnika. Kunjam se, osjećam se kao da sam stvarno ronio. Vidi, nismo blizu upitnika, ali mislim da nam igrica suptilno govori da je vreme da odemo da radimo main quest. Jer smo tako blizu. Pre toga ćemo da zveknemo medveda. Medo! Nemam ništa lično. Ali mora da te se sečem. Šta više volim medvede. Ko si to čuo? Vidi ih, vidi ih.
Regis. Couldn't have picked some other place to meet.
Moji najveći krvnici. Ove stonoge i gliste. Ha, možemo čitamo ko je gde sahranjen. Vidi ovo. Ne! Aha, dobro je, mislim da ću poginuti. Pa ovdje ima svašta nešto.
Not good.
Alo bre. Nisam znao će još jedan izaći. Gdje je radilica, al šuri? Gdje si bre? Što damn it, nije me pipnuo lik. Evo sad jest. Sit down, man. Što smo mi to našli? Ne treba mi ništa od toga. Ovo ćemo da uzemo. Ovo je iluzija, a? Bukvalno se vidi. Stvarno? Čekaj ovako prvo. Pogledajte koliko stvari ja imam ovdje. Znači, doviđenja. Doviđenja. Ovo ćemo s tima da bi kupili, da bi prodali, pardon. Doviđenja. Baklje, doviđenja. $2000 košta. Ovo je ozbiljan mač. Ali ja stvarno ne mogu da ga nosim, trenutno. Zato što imam svoj. Neki vitez i njegova zakletva. Sir Ramon of Gičon. Nije mi jasno komu je zaštitio grob. Sa iluzijom. I zašto, ali nema veze. Pa vidi, mi smo našli neku misiju za koju ja nisam imao pojma da postoji ovdje. A ne, evo ga Regis.
Agreed to meet a vampire at a cemetery. How much more cliché can you get?
Nothing comes readily to mind. Though we did not meet, so I could prove how very original I am.
Regis,
enough.
brat moj.
Need to find your friend. I'm hoping you'll agree to help.
I shall do whatever's in my power. Yet what you want or even need must matter little. What matters is what Detlef wants. If he does not wish to be found, you will not find him. Ever. End of story.
Come on. Gotta be some way.
Vampires can evade detection by the senses, and no divination magic works on us. Even the most precise megoscope would be useless.
And this? Could this help?
Ručica, a?
Wherever did you get that?
Off one of the beast's victims, found by a bend in the river. Body was chopped in pieces. 3 of those pieces were hands. Hand with the ring seemed the odd one out, but Bruxa had taken an interest in it.
Što si za prsten, bre? Vrati mi to. Aha. To tvoji, šta?
It's Detlef's hand, without a doubt. It will do splendidly.
The hand. What do you plan to do with it?
You've heard of Kovinaris' theory of tissue
Kovinarius.
representation.
Slično.
Rings a distant bell. Read about it in Alchemia Oblitera. There's a copy at Kaer Morhen, tattered, nearly disintegrated. But if memory serves, Kovinarius never managed to prove it worked.
He did prove it, just never managed to publish his findings. He and I corresponded, you see, after we became friends. Thus, I know he completed his research and performed the first tests. It's complicated, so without delving into details, it is possible to use any piece of tissue to reconstruct what a whole body experienced.
Znači, njegovom rukom ćemo uspjeti da vidimo šta on zapravo radi.
Special equipment?
We must brew a decoction which Kovinaris gave a rather poetic name, resonance. Once imbibed, it sends one into a trance similar to that induced by narcotics. This triggers visions of events linked to strong emotions experienced by the tissue's owner. Picture it as
Regis,
dreaming of
ozbiljan
fragments of
akademik.
someone's life.
Any
Prepametna
chance
njuška.
we might see what Detlef was doing just before he lost his hand?
Indeed. Though I also hope resonance will reveal the location of Detlef's hideout.
Nice.
Ring's pretty intriguing. Made of no metal I've ever seen. And the ornamentation.
It comes from our home, where we lived before the conjunction of spheres. It's actually mine.
Vi stvarno jeste njegov.
I received it from a dear old friend. You might call him a humanist. He saw us vampires as guests here, guests who owe their hosts, meaning you humans and the elder races, respect.
Respect? Meaning not to treat us like cattle to be slaughtered for food?
Precisely. And the reason why I in turn gave it to Detlef. To remind him of the ideals my old friend championed.
Can't you just summon Detlef? You're both higher vampires. There's gotta be a way.
If I'm to be entirely candid, there is indeed one. But believe me, we will be better off never availing ourselves of it. It is a last resort. Absolutely.
Last resort? The hell? Why?
There is a being who can summon Detlef. Possesses the authority, even the power, to force him to appear in a given place. But the very act of contacting this being, well, it's akin to walking a slack line extended over a chasm filled with molten lava. An exercise as perilous to me as it would be to you. A risk I'm unwilling to take. I beg you, let's do it my way. It will be both quicker and easier.
Dobro, ajde.
Covenarius spent half his life proving his theory. Wild guess. Making a dose of resonance won't be easy.
You guessed correctly. In addition to Detlef's tissue, we shall need a powerful occipital lobe stimulant. Effectively a poison, to make one susceptible to visions.
Well, got a few ingredients to choose from. Unfortunately, all are pretty rare. There's mamoon glands, but closest ones I know of are in Vizima. A spotted white saliva would also serve, but they were cold to extinction over a century ago. Could go with a kobold's eyes, but the creatures are sentient. Rather not gouge one's eyes out.
Given that we lack the time to sleuth this out ourselves, permit me to summon some help.
Koga ćeš da zoveš, prijatelju?
What was that?
A raven? Rather a common sight at this latitude. Very intelligent fowl. I asked him to look for the creatures you mentioned, him and his brethren. Perhaps they'll find one in the area, and I would hazard that a flock of ravens will spy any said creature faster than a solitary witcher would, with all due respect to your
Dobro,
skills.
pošteno može da leti lik.
It will take them some time, nonetheless, so perhaps you'd care for a snifter of mandrake.
Što da ne? Popijemo malo.
Rarely say no to a snifter.
Sadly, this is but a weak infusion rather than a proper distillate.
Even better. I remember your mandrake hooch. Made people say things they'd have rather kept to themselves.
Now, what could Geralt of Rivia prefer to keep to himself?
Ajde se otvorimo. Ajde.
Everyone's got some secret.
I agree wholeheartedly. I also believe it wise at times to share one's secrets, unburden oneself to those one can trust.
This your sophisticated way of asking me if I trust you?
I prefer almost always to ask indirectly. It seems a test of intelligence, one you just passed.
Maybe you should go first. Reveal one of your secrets. After all, you vampires lead very interesting lives.
Anything in particular interest you?
Ajde, ovo me zanima stvarno.
Gotta ask you the big question, one everyone wonders about. What happens after death?
You wish me to tell you if the human belief in the gods is well founded? Well, that I do not know. We vampires differ exceedingly from you humans. Our matter, that of which we are composed, can exist without form. We require neither a heart, nor a brain, nor air to breathe.
But were you dead?
As humans understand death, yes.
Feel anything? Understand anything?
It's rather hard to explain. I felt something very unsettling. Something I cannot even name, for I did no reasoning. Only after rebirth did I begin to understand that what I had felt was cold and unimaginable fear. If not for Detlef, I might have drowned in an eternity of icy terror.
Znači, Detlef ipak dobar. Prema svojima,
Can't have been
naravno.
alive then. Sheesh, experience like that must be vicious.
Indeed, it's hard to compare to anything I know. Yet you are aware we don't see death as you do. The way you cling to life, we find it entirely peculiar. You are mortals, ergo it's a foregone conclusion. You will die. It's but a question of time. Thus, I often find myself wondering why you try so very hard. To die at 20 years, 40, even 100, what's the difference? They're all but the blink of an eye.
Depends on your point of view. Man who's got 1,000,000 crowns to spend can't possibly understand one who's only got 20.
Very true. One's outlook
Dobro
can
poređenje.
indeed change much.
Curious what you did after you were reborn.
As I'm sure you can surmise, at first I was thoroughly absorbed with recovering. As it is, I've still not recovered completely. Yet I was so weak the first year that I could not stand or move on my own. Detlef bore my weakness bravely, showed great patience. If not for him, I wouldn't be here, and I'd have regenerated far slower. Once I could at last stand unassisted, I set off for Bruges, for my one-time home of Dillingen. There I led the peaceful life of a rural healer and surgeon, enjoying my neighbours' respect and, in fact, constituting the exact opposite of the monstrous vampire the populace imagines.
Bruges, you say? Rebirth make you sentimental?
Perhaps a dash. But what of you? Where have you been? Ever find your Cyrilla?
Back then, yeah. But we parted again soon after. And when the time was ripe, she came back, defeated the wild hunt together.
Ooh. Seems I certainly missed quite a bit while I was absent.
True enough. But it's a conversation we'll have another time. Need to know more about you now.
Ajde,
All
da
right.
vidimo imaš
Give
koja
you one
pitanja.
question. What do you want to know?
One question to ask one as fascinating as you, Geralt. Cruel parsimony, I'd say, but I shall do my best to make it count. If you were to die and be reborn as I was, in your new life, would you choose to be a witcher?
Realno da.
See,
Ne mogu da ga vidim kao ništa drugo osim Witchera.
Doubt I'd know how to be anything else.
Ever tried?
See, you're determined to get an answer, to find out if I like being a witcher. Just refuse to ask directly, as always. I like being on the path. Like picking up a lead, a trail. I like the tension right before a fight. And nothing gets my adrenaline flowing like battling a beast. Even gotten used to people treating me like a freak, an outcast. Yeah, not something I think about much, but I like being a witcher.
Thank you for being honest. Honesty is an attribute of the truly brave, and thus a privilege of the very few.
Still no sign of your winged friend. Sure it understood what you wanted?
Dead certain. Let's wait a bit longer. It'll return soon, don't doubt that for a moment.
Pa, zaspao, a? Stigo, Gavran. Vrana, šta god.
Ever vigilant, even in his sleep. Quite vampire-like, in fact. Are you absolutely certain they don't administer a few of our genes during the trial of the grasses?
Appreciate the compliment. Got something for me?
You were right. No kobolds or mamoons for miles around.
Knew it.
Allow me to finish. You see, there's this spotted white. It haunts an abandoned residence in the Caraberta woods.
Impossible. My brethren hunted down every last spotted white before I was born.
Then it seems you must revise your knowledge of spotted whites. For somehow this one managed to survive your brethren's onslaught. It seems I know this home it haunts. Recall a tale about it. Locals believe the place cursed. Perhaps that's how the white survived entirely unmolested.
Svaka čast. Kako uspela da
Anything else
preživi.
about this curse?
I don't recall much in particular. Really don't attach much importance to such things. It was mentioned to me as an anecdote, no more.
Come on, search your memory. Something, anything could be important.
I believe it had a relation to hunger, or perhaps greed, rapacity. Someone was punished for something.
Textbook definition of a curse, pretty much.
Sorry, Geralt, I try not to clutter my mind with the details of every far-fetched tale I happen to hear. What are your thoughts?
A specimen of a species thought long extinct. and a curse in one place. That a coincidence, or are they related?
Ah, professional curiosity. Personally, I've nothing against you delving into this dilemma, but please remember we need the white's saliva. Nothing beyond that.
Ok. Aha.
Whites rarely appear in the woods, even less likely to find them in abandoned human homes. They inhabit remote wildernesses, old abandoned cemeteries.
What's your point?
This might not be a spotted white after all. Your little helper might have made a mistake.
I sincerely doubt it. Ravens are devilishly intelligent creatures, and they've highly developed observational skills.
What exactly did they observe?
The area around the estate, it's covered in spoons.
A, to je tamo gde sam bio.
Spare me the skeptical smile. I'm but the bearer of this news. Or perhaps this spotted white is a hoarder. Or the spoons are somehow related to the curse.
Da, to je ono mjesto koje smo posjetili gdje sam rekao da
Let's
ćemo
do
morati da
this.
se vratimo
Start
kasnije.
making your decoction while I go get some saliva from that white. Uses it in its brews.
Do you imagine the white will simply sell you some?
Worst case scenario, I'll bring you its salivary glands. They ought to do as well.
For a moment there, I imagined you asking the white to spit into a vial. Quite amusing as a thought, but the salivary glands will do fine indeed.
So, see you later.
Yes.
Later, alligator.
I shall start by perusing some tomes.
Tomes? Thought you were gonna make this decoction.
We require one last ingredient. Alas, obtaining it could prove a trifle toilsome. Thus, I hope to identify a suitable alternative.
All right. Good luck.
And to you, my friend.
Aha, imamo opciju da čitamo bistijeri, da naučimo Spotted Whites. Ja mislim da je to necrophage. Jeste, necrophage. Dobro. Roach, polazi. Bukvalno način na koji su...
Show me what you got.
Otkud ti, bre? Ostavi me na miru, Živiš, panteru. Način na koji prave ove dijaloge između Geralta i ostalih, da kažem, do nekle glavnih likova u igri, neverovatno dobar. Znači, bukvalno bi mogao da gledam film o ovome. Radije bih gledao ovako napravljen film ili seriju, nego zapravo Netflixovu seriju. To je to.
Slow now.
Dobro, silazim. Izvini, Roach, što te maltretiram, ali mislim da može se popneš gore. Uf. Znao sam tako blizu. A bro, ladi bre, kokao si.
I sense that the spoons are beating out some kind of rhythm, a message, trying to tell me something.
Vidi, sad je otvoreno samo od sebe.
None shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall say to you, never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror. Sounds like a curse, all right. Somebody's clearly obsessed. Regis mentioned the place might be cursed. Can't be a coincidence. Need to look around. A pigsty. Need to search it thoroughly. Find a way to collect some white saliva. White's obsessed. Real collector. Thoroughbred. Spoon. Pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old. Spoon's incredible. The craftsmanship. Must have graced a rich man's table.
Šta je ovo?
Poor girl. Realized she was changing into a monster. Recorded it in her diary. Poignant. Smashed mirror. As if someone couldn't stand to look at themselves. The monster. Journal's author, maybe? No spoon you have shall say to you. Whatever lives here treated that literally. Still searching for the right spoon. Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the last one.
Opa.
Spirit key. Sophisticated crafting. Tag bears it as...
Spontaneous profits.
White's a true collector.
Aha, ovo je neko... Ovo je bilo na aukciji. Smigol Serkis. Čekaj se mi vratimo ovdje. Dobili smo novu misiju, sjajno.
White's obsessed. Real collector. Thoroughbred. Skeletons. Doubt they came here willingly. This have anything to do with the curse? None shall sit and dine with you at your table.
Možda pokušavao nekoga... Pokušavalo čudovište da natera da jedu s njim.
Wooden spoon. Romantic.
Koliko kašika, vrate, svuda.
No claw or fang marks. Probably choked to death. Broken neck. Indentation in the skull's lateral surface. Smacked in the head with something heavy. Right arm bit right off. Teeth all knocked out.
Izbijeni zubi, desna ruka
Tried to
otkinuta.
force feed him. None shall sit and dine with you at
Dobro, ovo
your
je sve
table.
isto.
No spoon you have shall say to you. Never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror. Actually does seem like a white's lair. Bit atypical, but still. Cauldron should be somewhere around here. Spoon, pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old. Cauldron I was looking for. White's not particularly tidy. Table's set. White who lives here is getting ready for some sort of feast. White that lives here, definitely afflicted by a curse. And it's been trying desperately to lift it. Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the last one. Cauldron's empty, unfortunately. Regis needs some brew. Afraid he won't get that. No choice but to hide and wait for the saliva glands and their bearer. Need a spot that'll let me observe the cauldron.
Aha. Gdje ćeš bolje? Sometime later, verovatno. Znači, ovo je bilo nekad ljudsko biće koje pokušava samo sebi da skine kletvu. Pogledaj koliko kašika je vezao oko sebe. Video? Aha. Ajde dignemo kletvu. Da bi digli kletvu, vjerojatno mora da sednemo da jedemo s njim. Pošto kletva kaže niko nikad neće sedeti da jede s tobom. I jedna kašika te neće zasititi ili tako beše nešto.
I'm not gonna hurt you. Wanna help? I've seen the words of the curse on the walls. Think I know how to lift it.
Da. Jede neku fujčinu.
You tried to bring folk here, convince them to sit at the table with you, right? Well, I'm gonna be your guest now. Your willing guest. Just need a bit for Regis. And now we'll tend to you.
Ajde probamo sa kašikama.
This isn't right. I missed something? Listen, gonna stand up real slow. Gotta search the house again. Sit tight, I'll be right back. Calm down.
Aha, neće se bije. Mislim da hoće se pije.
Damn it, didn't work. Ate that vile stuff for nothing, so I'll have to kill the white on its own junkie.
Stvarno mora da... Au, još sam htio sve najbolje. Uro koliko kašika lično. Šteta, stvarno sam htio da dignem kletvu, ne mogu da verujem. Stvarno sam se smorio sad. Ne znam šta se treba da uradim. Trebali smo zamenimo možda kašike, ali opet, svejedno, kad zamenimo kašike, to opet njegova kašika, nije moja. Baš čudno. Ajmo ovako. Još jedan pogled ovamo. Meni je i dalje, ja bih... ja bih iskreno da se vratim, ljudi moji. Zato što me baš zanima šta će se desiti ako dignem kletvu. A znate šta? Load game. Realno vraćamo se. Dignemo kletvu. Šta sam birao? Prvi put sam birao da jedemo sa kašikama. Ovaj put ću da biram... Šta još ima? Bez kašika? Ima da se zamene kašike. Malo sam rekao, ne verujem da je zamena kašika. Koju razliku pravi? Tako da ćemo probamo bez kašika da jedemo. Šteta, majke mi. Najbolju namjeru sam imao. I što je najgore, činilo mi se kao da je ovo čudo moglo da misli. U fazonu, ajde, evo ti sedi, a jedemo malo. Hasamo. Ćemo preskočimo ovaj...
Cauldron's empty, unfortunately. We just need some brew. Afraid he won't get that. No choice but to hide and wait for the saliva glands and their bearer. Need a spot that'll let me observe the cauldron.
Nadam se iskreno će biti ovo.
We can't use spoons. No, that won't work. You've been looking for a spoon that would feed you, but there's no such spoon. We need to eat without spoons.
To je to, verovatno. Baš je gadno 100%.
Open your eyes. You need to see your likeness.
Aha, sad je otišao na drugu stranu. Uje, Geralt se raspada.
Think it worked. Just not quite like I expected. Need to see what happened to the white. Won't be hard to find given its stench.
Gdje ode, bre? Aj, molim te, ili se tuci, brate, ili nemoj bežiš, bre.
What? Lost your nerve?
Evo ga. Marlena. Marlene, stvarno žensko bilo.
Easy. Not gonna hurt you.
Stara kao Biblija.
Eat. I must eat.
Jem ja hrane, daj hranu.
I'll take you someplace safe.
Dobro je, mnogo mi je drago što smo ipak odlučili za ovu opciju. I drago mi je što sam loadao ponovo game. I treba. U Korvo Bianku smo je doveli, a?
So I took her by the hand and led her here. Seemed the only sensible place for her.
You did the right thing, sir. She should recover quickly here.
Tako je bre
Don't
Major doma.
worry, sir. I shall see to everything. She is safe here and in good hands. She'll soon be back on her feet.
Might actually take a while. She hadn't eaten anything in over 100 years when I found her.
Horrid. Whatever brought this about?
Told me her story on the way here. Her name's Marlena. She was once the very beautiful and proud heiress to the Trastamara estate. One evening, when she was holding a banquet for friends, a beggar came to her gate seeking alms. He had a bowl and a spoon with him. He sat outside her fence and waited.
I've heard of the custom. An ancient rite of hospitality that obliges one to give food and drink to such a guest lest he depart hungry. To neglect the custom is to bring great misfortune down upon oneself.
Marlena
pa znači ona je
didn't
odbila.
wait for the old customs. She drove the man off, saying she'd rather feed the leftovers from her feast to her dogs than to give the beggar anything. The beggar then broke his spoon, cast a curse. She was beautiful, so he said she'd never wish to look at herself in the mirror again. Since she adored feasts, he swore no one would ever wish to sit and dine with her. And as she even refused him the crumbs from her table, he swore she'd never find a spoon in the world that would sate her hunger.
A harsh punishment. I imagine lifting the curse was hardly simple.
Curses are tricky. They play on irony. Always gotta figure out what the catch is. Marlena had spent decades looking for a way to lift it. Transformed into a wight, she stole spoons and lured folk into her home, trying each time to get them to dine with her. Didn't work.
So what did?
Someone had to sit down and share a meal with her, of their own free
Tako
will.
je, to je to.
They had to eat without using spoons and make her look at her reflection.
That's it? That was all it required?
Simplest solutions are sometimes the last that come to mind. Besides, when you're a wight, it's pretty damn hard to find willing human company for a feast.
I imagine so. But most importantly, it is now over. Please, don't worry. She will be in good hands here.
Hvala Major domo. Prijatno doviđenja.
Thanks. Gotta get back to my business now. See you soon.
Predivno. Idem neki armor da postavim ovdje dok smo tu, a? Weapon rekovi su puni. Ovdje imamo 2 mesta. Predivno.
I thank you. So tasty. Oh, so good.
Šta li se dešava s njom, recimo, kad prođeš jedno 10-15 dana u igri? Da li ona ostane tu ili... Baš me zanima to. Mogu sam ja da je dam hranu odmah iz... Realno iz... sam okačio trofej iz Gwenta. Jesam, tako je bre. Gde nam je fast travel? Beše ovdje, jel tako? Da. Mora se ubacimo poslove sa vinom. Oderemo veliko je. Gdje ga je Ridges? Više, ovdje nisam ovdje ništa gledao. Da, nema ništa zanimljivo izgleda. Šta? Bre, Ridges, mogu si dalje da se sakriješ. Šta je bre to? Aha. Ne, pardon. Ovdje pa desno pa gore, ali tako? Dobre, lik je sakriven na maks. Pazi ovo, beli luk.
Think your friend's hand will make for a nice broth?
You've clearly honed your sense of humor. But we are not cannibals, Geralt. I took a fragment of tissue from their hand. It will suffice to prepare some resonance.
What did you do with the rest?
I cremated it, as our codex commands. A raven told me you'd acquired the necessary ingredient.
Pretty helpful creatures. Call on them often?
I try not to overdo it, but they can be so useful, as they were now, when I merely needed to be sure I could arrive in time should things go sour.
Managed fine alone, but thanks for the thought. Gonna need much longer to finish brewing resonance? Mentioned a last ingredient, too. What about that?
That, I fear, might prove troublesome. You see, to use the concoction to summon the memories of one, the solution must contain the blood of another specimen of the same species.
Pa to nije
Shouldn't
problem, imamo
be a
tebe.
problem. I happen to know a higher vampire who should be willing to help. Right, Regis?
It's not that simple, I'm afraid. While you were away, I tried my damnedest to identify a replacement, but alas, none such
Ne
exists.
razumem.
Not sure I understand what the problem is. Can't we just draw some of your blood?
The blood must be in an agitated state.
Aha,
As I'm
mora bude
certain you
besan.
know, higher vampires can change their corporeal shell. As our flesh changes, so does our blood's chemical composition. To make a long story short, I shall need to induce in myself a state of strong psychokinetic arousal. In brief, madness, rabidity. And that stands to be very, very dangerous.
Dangerous? Why? I mean, you'll still be you, right?
True, but I should be highly agitated, in a state of fury. You know better than I that fury cannot be controlled. If you've ever seen an enraged vampire, you know very well that all who find themselves nearby will be in grave danger.
How will we handle that? I'd rather not have you lunge at me, claws extended.
That makes two of us. But worry not. I've thought it through very thoroughly. Details to follow soon.
Ajde. Kako?
All right, so what do you want to do?
We shall visit Mudna, an
A,
ancient
još jedno
vampire
mesto na
estate.
kojem smo bili.
There we will find cages suspended in the air. I will enter one, be confined. You will lure beasts there. Beasts you will then kill. The bloodletting should prove profuse. Abundant enough so that the blood scent will drive me mad. Wild.
Mudna. What's it like?
A, bili smo ispred.
It is a place of torment. A torture chamber. Long ago, shortly after we'd arrived in this world, one among us named Kagmar developed such a taste and lust for human blood that in one night he could imbibe an entire village. This brought trouble on the entire species. Common folk wearied quickly of living in constant fear. They began to hunt us, seek the aid of mages and witches in tracking us down.
So what? Not like they could ever hope to kill you.
But they were bothersome. Forgive the comparison, but when did you last enjoy mosquitoes buzzing around your head? In any case, the other vampires decided something had to be done. Kagmar had to be caught and punished. A torture chamber was thus outfitted in the dungeons of Treći.
A, to je za njega bilo, a?
Inside it, a cage made entirely of a special alloy of silver, dalvinite, and meteorite steel. Kagmar was captured and locked in the cage. Sat there over 2 centuries, driven to fury time after time, never able to escape. Thus I know the cage will withstand the fury to which we shall drive my humble being.
Svaka čast, lepo si se, brate, ti spremio za to.
Little expedition's starting to sound dangerous. Think I better prepare.
I understand completely. Do tell me when you're ready to set off.
Idemo da uradimo prvo onu misiju koja mi je došla tako je. Kako je lepo ponovo biti napolju. Ajmo ovako. Spontaneous profits. U Pheasantry. Bio sam tamo par puta. To je baš u gradu, ja mislim. Da.
Was that truly necessary? And our knights, what are they? Chopped liver?
Dobro, nismo dobili ni jedan upitnik. Jer smo izgleda sve uradili. Vidi, 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 vidi. Vampir 1/1, znaš? Da, da. Pratio bi je i eliminisao, ali nemam tu mogućnost u gradu uopšte.
1, 2, 3. Ready or not, here I come.
Še igrate, žmurke?
Viva la fête!
Realno bi se sakrio ovdje. Pljas. Niko me nikad ne bi našao.
You are the famed...
Jesam, što je bilo? Hoćeš da pričam nešto? Nećeš.
Welcome to the pheasantry.
Spoon like this. When you set a place, where's it go?
My oh my. It seems rather a fanciful bouillon spoon. Or a key of some sort. There's a note here.
Yeah, note led me here. Any idea what the key might open?
Never seen it before. But you might search the cellars. The previous owner left all sorts of knickknacks there.
Hvala.
See you later.
Has a sweet shining sun.
Kuda ulazim u podrum ovdje, a? Što me pustili me tek tako? Kao, izvoli uđi. Kuhinju. Mogu da potrujem sve i gosti da vam umru. I? Šta? Me zezda neko da mora da idem 2000 koraka. Druže, ko će stići do tamo, brate? Mislim bi to realno trebalo da se uradi što pre.
You are the famed Geralt of Rivia. Are you?
Evo, ajmo ovako. Opa, ne to, nego to. Opa. 3 poena imam. Dobro. Mogu ovo? Da, to sam već odradio. Dobro. Koliko imamo? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6, 7 komada. Znači, fali nam još jedna. Ovo je mnogo dobra stvar. Adrenalin rush mi treba. Jaj. Znači, treba mi još 2 ability poena da mogu da uključam adrenalin rush. E sad, to verovatno znači da će mi za ovo trebati jedno 7-8 ability poena. Samo da vidimo šta dalje imamo ovde. Svaki put kad nas neko povredi u melee borbi, na ruke što se kaže, napadač dobija damage koji je jednak 1,5% damage-u koji delimo za svaki poen toxicity-a koji imamo. A nemam, toxicity mi nije nešto. Pazi, ovo boostuje crossbow na 114 do 700 damage-a. Plus, šansa za critical chance je 50%, znači svaki drugi je critical. Šta mi je trenutno uopšte upaljeno? Deadly counter. Aha, svako ko je 25 50% manje helta od jednom umire od kontranapada. Pogledaj ovdje šta imam, brate. Ovo mora da se reši pod hitno. Alkemi. Druže, alkemi sam hteo. Kako mogu beše da promenim da vidim samo part za koji imam partove? Aha, evo ga. I šta? Sad ide kliktanje. Toliko plavih mutagena da sam ja u šoku. Šta je ovo? Vidi ovo. Realno sad ćemo ovo da napravimo. Zapravo dosta toga možemo da napravimo. Dobro, ajde se vratimo na ovo. Ko će pravi ovoliko ovih ljudi moji. Pogledaj, 77 zelenih mutagena, a? Zašto ne mogu da kraftujem odjednom 1.000.000 komada? Okay. Ajde da vidimo ovo, pošto sad imamo brda napitaka. Black Blood ćemo da vratimo za sad, jer nam realno ne treba, ne bijemo se još sa vampirima. Hoću da se spremimo za apsolutno sve. Šta je ovo? Relivers Decoction. Samo jedan charge imam. Ovo ćemo onda da čuvamo. Čuvat ćemo kad budemo došli do Detlafa. Gde bre? Ovo mi treba. Dobro, slučajno sam popio ovo prvo, a ovo drugo sam samo htio da provjerim. Moram da zamenim ovako. Rekao bih ova dva, ali tako? Da, R i F, T i Y. Ok. Dobro. Bacimo jedan sević. I samo da vidimo sljedeće. Questovi, odlično, odlično, to je to. Važi. Ljudi, mislim da možemo polako da privodimo kraju. Idemo samo da stanemo blizu fast travel neke lokacije.
Nice tune.
Bukvalno ne znam da ste mogli primiti, počeo sam da igram jer mi se stvarno sviđa ova melodija. I naš brat Geralt je to rekao. Idemo na, evo recimo na ovu farmu. Budemo što je bliže moguće. Da kad budemo krenuli sljedeći put da možemo odmah da budemo tu. Ok. To je to. Odudaramo save. Ok, sljedeći put startujemo sa Gortonovim studijom i onda idemo kod Ridgesa. Ljudi, hvala vam puno što ste bili uz kanal Arena Sport i naravno ostavite tu. Mi se gledamo ponovo kroz par dana. Budite mi dobri i vidimo se puno.